evening. My headset is working. Good, we sorted it. Good evening and welcome to Broadcast Avalanche, the online panel show that is radicalizing the youth of today into the extremist beliefs such as maybe healthcare should be accessible to people and not just the highest bidder, that basic shelter and resources to survive are a human right, and in a world that has a surplus of those things gated off arbitrarily for profit is a shit one, and that maybe colonial genocide is a bad thing. I say youth of today. Nobody under the age of 25 watches this show, and I've got a hunch we're mostly preaching to the converted. Welcome. Glad you're all here. I'm your host, Jonny Collins, and I look like what you get when a tomboy and a twink have a baby. Which is a joke I really like until I told it in front of my dad, and I had to explain to my 72-year-old Christian father, A, what a twink was, and B, why he was one. In the news this month, a ban on XL bully dogs has come into force in England and Wales, which means if your bully dog is under a size 16 or above a size 18, you're all in the clear. Lyle's That's the most joke-like of all of them this month, strap in. Lyle's Golden Syrup has rebranded itself, controversially removing a dead lion from its label. And you think that's pissed people off? Wait until they find out there's not even any dead lion in the syrup anymore. It's wokeness gone mad. The average water bill in the UK is expected to increase by approximately 6% in April. I mean, they've got to recoup for all the cost for the cost of all that sewage they dump in it somehow, right? Toxic shit is not cheap. Buckingham Palace have announced that King Charles III has been diagnosed with cancer, making him officially the Liz Truss of the monarchy. Due to his treatment, it has been confirmed by Buckingham Palace that King Charles will be postponing public duties whilst undergoing cancer treatment. I'm glad they confirmed that, otherwise I genuinely don't think I would have noticed a difference. Around 8 million people on means-tested benefit payments in the UK received their final cost of living payment, as Rishi Sunak tells the BBC that financial pressures on households are beginning to ease. Well, that's good news. It's all right, everyone. The multi-millionaire ex-banker and current Prime Minister, who has a billionaire wife, reckons the cost of living is more affordable now. Thank fuck for that. The government has announced that dentists will be offered a £20,000 bonus to work in areas of England with the poorest access to NHS care. It's good that they're finally acknowledging that nobody has been able to find a dentist since 2019. If only there was some kind of setup where nobody had to pay for the dentistry at all, and the service wasn't costed a premium above nearly all other healthcare. I don't know. I'll let you know think of a solution to that problem. But fair play. I'm also stumped. I'm sure he's trying his best. In other news, the UK is confirmed to be in a recession. Another one, great. 2000s nostalgia trends really need to calm the fuck down. In Brighton news, the Tories have lost 2 more by-elections this month, meaning that at this rate won't even need a general election. The Tories will just run out of MPs by the end of June. Prince William has announced plans to build 24 homes on the Duchy of Cornwall land to help tackle homelessness, which genuinely, is kind of a cool thing to do as a royal. Although having a prince offer you temporary accommodation on land that he's just inherited by birthright does feel a little bit like someone who's murdered your spouse writing you a Valentine's card and paying for the funeral. Like, you're technically doing a nice thing, but it doesn't change the fact that you are a large part of the reason why this is even a problem in the first place, and it feels low-key bragging. Senior police officers have condemned sexist and homophobic comments made about Karen Findleway, the newly appointed Deputy Chief Constable of the British Transport Police, following news of her promotion, making it clear that in no uncertain terms that misogyny and homophobia are only acceptable when police officers directed at you plebs. The Body Shop has gone into administration and is closing half its UK stores, so if you're after some cheap bodies, I know where to get you some. Follow me for more cost of living life hacks. And finally, MP Lee Anderson has been suspended from the Conservative Party over claims that Islamists have got control of London Mayor Sadiq Khan. This was in response to Suella Braverman claiming that Islamists are in charge of the whole of Britain now, although somehow Braverman is still an MP, to which the only logical conclusion is Islamists actually have gotten control of everyone except for London Mayor Sadiq Khan, and Sunak only has a problem with the Mayor of London getting credit for his Islamist work. Well, you fucking tell me. I'm done trying to make sense of this party and their Islamophobic, dog-whistling hypocrisies. Sorry, I misspoke. Actually, we're going to spend the next 3 hours trying to make sense of this party and their Islamophobic, dog-whistling hypocrisies. And to help me get to the bottom of this, we are joined by team captains Katie Mitchell and Tom Short.
Hello.
I remember to change the slide. I'm getting better at this. On Katie's team, we have the fun and the furious. Try and work out which is which. Mary Cross and Patrick Healy.
Hello.
And on Tom's team, flying the flag for why Gen Z will make millennial comedians irrelevant before the end of the year, is the incredible Ben Hodge and Charlotte Cropper.
Hey.
Welcome everyone. Also, there's been a lot of activity in the chat I should address. So, hello everyone. Hi, Morphe193. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Bobby Jones 55. There better be some boobs on this stream. Not to spoil it, but there will be more than average of the boobs that are usually on this stream. Forward to that. Hot Storm Productions redeemed a hydrate, so I'm going to drink some more of this very cheap apple cider because that's all the liquid I've got on me at the minute that isn't already in my body, and that would get us kicked off Twitch. So that would account, and you've also my AMA question, Johnny Collins. Your campaign seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular? If I knew the answer, I would be using it to much better marketing advantage. I did my first reel yesterday, and that's already on like 400 views. I didn't realise that you could actually like do social media properly by just doing social media. Nobody told me this. It's a lot of fun. Good. You're Poppy Jones 55. You're not 23 actually. That's fake. That is fake news. We've not got to that round yet. Does anyone else hear microphone fuzz? That's probably. I'll try and deal with that in a moment. I was probably clipping it. Right, I'm going to turn it down a bit. Tell me if I'm still audible and whether it's still fuzzy. Otherwise, I'll just find another mic. Cool. Still fuzzy. Oh, Mike Fuzzy, you want to? Okay. Yeah, keep us updated on the sound situation. Hopefully, are we still audible though? Is that fine? Cool. No fuzz now. Great. Okay, I'm glad that was sorted somehow. Cool. Anyway, yes, welcome to the show. Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
Hi. I think I was the fuzz one because for some reason the my power input on my laptop is directly next to the microphone.
Oh,
so if you
really
plug it in, you get to hear the electric flowing gently into my computer.
Oh, you can hear all the power.
Which is meta, but annoying. Luckily,
meta, but annoying is the tagline for our show. Do you want to describe your appearance for the sake of anyone who might need that?
Pardon?
Do you want to describe your appearance for us?
Oh, yeah. Hello, I am Katie Mitchell. I've got longish black hair that's a bit curly because I've had it in a bun and not because it does that naturally. But I feel like I'm rocking it. I've got an undercut on one side and then a sneaky also undercut on the other side, which I wear everything over because I'm a millennial. I'm the oldest a Gen Z can be, but I've still got that habits. And I'm a little bit red and I'm a bit poorly. So my nasal might be all nasal. And there I am. How are you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing okay. Am I audible? I tried unplugging and plugging my microphone back in because I think it's me being fuzzy. Am I sounding fuzzy on Zoom, or is it just on Twitch? Because if it's just on Twitch, that's very weird. I'll turn it back down a bit. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, it's a good sign. What was the question? How am I? Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm half a can of cheap apple cider in, and I'm. I feel like I've just gotten better at having breakdowns on this stream. Like they're not any less intense, but I'm just more elegant with them, I think. So that's how I'm doing. Cool. Yeah. So I also, as I've got to put your socials in the chat. Katie's link tree is in the chat if you want to go follow her on social, as well as her website and mailing list. Fuzz Culprit.
There's going to be a new website soon.
Nice. Have you got any cool? Well, you did Leicester recently. How did that go?
So well. It was really nice. I was in The Big Difference, which was the first comedy show I ever went to see in Leicester. Was in The Big Difference, so it was really nice performing there. I want to go back so bad. And it went well. The show is now Wretched is now 90% done. I think it just needs tweaks, but it's good. The live scoring clarinet in the stand-up show works, which is astonishing.
That is astonishing.
It shouldn't, but it does. And now on my fringe application, I've had to put potential for sound bleed because the minimum volume of a clarinet is quite loud, and it only gets worse. So that's good. Oh, you've frozen. Have I frozen?
I think.
No, it's.
Is it me? Oh. Okay, I think it was my end that froze, but we can still hear you fine. My internet's unstable. Yeah, it starts. You mean to go on? Good. Right, we'll just crack on. Hopefully, it'll be all right. Brilliant. Oh, good. Good stuff. Am I still audible? It'll be good. Am I still here?
Oh no.
Oh, the AI has taken over.
Is the AI taking over? Oh no.
Oh,
One sec.
you're back.
So we
There you
can't
go.
see you, but we can hear you. And
Cool.
when we see you, we can't hear you.
Okay, that's really weird. One sec. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yes, you're
Coming
back.
through on Twitch, just not Zoom. I think I'm fucking when I plugged it back in again. So cool. Okay, hopefully that's all right. Good stuff. Right. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming on. Which means I was saying stuff and then I didn't realize you just weren't responding to me. So that was fun. Yeah, all good.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I don't remember what I was saying. I don't think any of it was important. Have you got any cool things coming up that you'd like to share with the lovely people?
Yeah, so in March, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. I haven't decided the day or time, but if everyone could go subscribe to my Twitch channel, follow my Twitch channel, that'd be really good. I'm going to be doing knitting streams and building up to a not charity stream. The charity is me going to the Edinburgh Fringe because it costs a fucking fortune. I will be knitting a gnome live on stream from start to finish. It will take me about 13 hours, I think. And you'll be able to, with donations, change the color I'm knitting or the stitch, or for a lot of money, you can make me undo rows. So it takes even longer. And
That's cool.
there will be an ongoing, gnome adoption fee, and I will send the gnome to the winner anywhere in the world. That's going to be at the end of March, and it's going to be fun, and I'm going to have a pizza during it. I'm budgeting that in, but but in the meantime, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch to get back into the swing of things because I've not streamed since the pandemic, other than this. And I don't want to do OBS and multicam, but I'm gonna, and it's going to be great.
It's a lot. Cool. Yeah, apparently we were all frozen for a bit, but I think the sound was still coming through. So we can just, this can just be a podcast now. It's fine. The picture round's going to be really weird, but we'll work it out. Okay, I think we're back now. Good. Good stuff. That sounds amazing. Yeah, do follow Katie Switch. I've tagged it in the chat, so do give her a follow if you're not already.
Thank you.
And yeah, thanks very much for coming on the show. We're also joined by Tom Short. Tom, how are you doing? I feel like I've not seen you in ages.
I know. Yeah, it's been quite some time. Last time I feel like we chat.
The New Year one.
Well, yes. Do you know what actually comes to mind was you were in the chat when we did the Sandshrew Sandslash.
Oh yeah, I've been in a few of them.
Yeah. I feel like we've been really hitting a stride with them. Genuinely, this stream is giving me like real PTSD flashbacks for my, for when I run that because I'm constantly like, oh shit. I just want to talk about Clefairy for an hour.
Do you know what? I was saying like half an hour ago, like everything seems to be going smoothly with setup. Something must be going wrong, and it is done good on that. So thanks very much, OBS and Twitch. Well, I didn't ask you to describe your appearance. Can you do that, please, Tom?
Okay, so hello. My name is Tom. I've been described in the past as looking like if Neil Buchanan from Art Attack fell on hard times. So if you could imagine brown hair. I feel annoyingly, before I came on this stream, I had a shower. So everyone's welcome. And I feel like I've come out with my hair looking worse than when it went in.
I like it. I like the look.
I think I look like a Lego man that's been too close to the oven, but there we go.
I mean, that might just be my type. We'll stick with that. Stuff. Have you got any projects or shows coming up that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so we've got the Need a King, Need a Queen podcast coming up, I think, next week.
Nice.
We've got
Productions Twitch, which is in the chat.
Yeah. We've got. And I've been running my Comedy Lab workshops, of which there's 2 spaces left for our Easter workshops. So if anyone fancies that, it's like a 2-day intensive improv, clowning and like stand-up writing workshops. So we've had people who are like complete beginners to people who have like brought bits of their Edinburgh show to the workshops, and we've like done that across the 2 days to like vamp up their like presentation.
Fantastic. Cool stuff. Well, you can go follow Tom on his socials, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I don't know if you use any others, but those are the links I've got. So you go follow them to find out more about all that cool stuff. And yeah, definitely subscribe to the Twitch. The Pokemon streams are a lot of fun. I mean, once you get past Gen 2, I'm gonna have no investment in, because I am that dickhead who refuses to play anything that has more than 16 bits. I'm like, no, this is fake Pokemon.
Jonny, I'll have died of type 2 diabetes before we get past Gen 2.
Okay. Oh, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's fine then. Good to know. You can just just do Celebi, and then I don't care what happens to you. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Tom.
You're welcome.
And now we've got a newcomer to the stream, but someone who's done our live shows before, and that's absolutely brilliant. Mary Cross. Mary, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. Very pleased to be here.
Very I'm glad you're here as well. I'm going to ask you to describe your appearance and that lovely jumper you're wearing that I've already commented on like twice this evening so far. But yeah, do you want to describe your appearance for us?
Yeah, I basically look like a bee that was spawned in Chernobyl. So I've got a black and yellow striped jumper on, which is very bright, and I've got blonde hair, and I've put my contact lenses in, but I've still got the dint in my nose from where my glasses have been too tight on my face.
Oh, yeah, I probably also still have that, but my webcam isn't good enough that you can tell, I don't think, especially if I'm going to be freezing every like other minute.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. You've got some cool shows coming up that you've sent me links for, if I can remember what the commands are. Do you want to tell us about them?
I've started a new comedy night on the Wirral called Bliss Comedy, which is a new inclusive comedy night for female, LGBTQ, neurodiverse comedians. So we had our first show in January. The next one is on the 4th of March. It's at a place called Hop in Bromborough. There's only 4 tickets left now, but we will be running it monthly. So that's that. And then I'm doing a split hour in the Lancaster Comedy Festival, which will be really good, which is what we did in the Women in Comedy Festival in Manchester. That's with Jane Postlethwaite and Lizzie Norm. And I also forgot to tell you that I have launched my podcast this month, which is called Building Bliss. That's on YouTube at Building Bliss Today. And it basically, I interview a guest each week and hear their story of how they've overcome adversity, focused around laughter. So it's bravery, laughter, inspiration, spark, and success. So there's 3 episodes out now, 2 with comedians. And so we've got a mix of comedians and other people. So that's out there as well.
Fantastic! That sounds wonderful. Yeah, send us a link to that, and I'll make sure that goes in the Twitch chat so people can go find that. You can also follow Mary Cross on Instagram. That link's in the chat, and tickets to March's Best Comedy. The ticket link is in the chat. I don't know if we've got any people watching from around that area, but yeah, it sounds like a really wonderful thing, and I'll have to pop along next time I'm in the area. Good stuff. Thanks very much. We're joined by someone who has done the stream before, but not for quite a while, I don't think. Ben HODGE. Ben, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. All things considered, and I mean literally everything considered. Would you like to describe your appearance for us here today?
Sure. So, hi, I'm Ben. I have a mullet which is now freshly cut, so I don't look as dishevelled as I once did. If you want a kind of a reference for someone I may look like, I once realised that I could audition for and successfully reconstruct Mark David Chapman, who was the guy who assassinated John Lennon. So I've realised I very much can look like him. But yeah, I've got like a burgundy hoodie on and I'm just trying to vibe it out. Just vibing it out.
Vibe it out. And also, we are the only 2 that have pride flags in the background on this particular occasion.
The rest of them are homophobic.
Yeah.
Something with a rainbow on.
It's true. I call my girlfriend a dyke all the time.
Yeah. You want to hear the stuff my fella calls me? He goes, oh, we're basically in a straight relationship, aren't we? Because, like, I'm not a real man. And I'm like, you weren't saying that when you put your dick in me, but, you know.
It's not even watershed yet, strap in.
It's a funny kind of love.
Oh,
That's the queer joy that they don't tell you about. Yeah.
just weirdly validating homophobia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Have you got any fun shows or projects coming up that you'd like to share with us?
Not till May.
Cool. That's fine.
But-
I mean, the country will be underwater by then. It's fine. We could just ignore
Yeah,
that.
exactly. But I've just confirmed possibly my last ever show of my Edinburgh It's a Boy will be happening in May in Feel Good Club. Is it going to be the last one? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So I think after that might be its retirement. So come and watch it. I don't know, come and watch it get old.
Fantastic. Well, I've popped your link tree in the
that,
chat, so assuming you're updating that regularly, then you'll be able to find all of his socials and any upcoming events in there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool stuff. Thanks very much, Ben. I'm also joined by new first timer for the stream, but again, someone who's done a live stream before and is absolutely brilliant, Patrick Healy. Patrick, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm well.
Fantastic.
I'm good to be.
Good. Glad to hear it. And I see you're dialing in from the set of the Apollo tonight. So thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, thanks.
I did incorrectly say that me and Ben were the only people that had pride flags behind us, but you've got your own.
Absolutely.
Would you like to describe your appearance for the sake of anyone who might need that describing?
It's quite difficult to do, but I'm going to do my best. If you can't see me, you're not missing much. I look like every kind of straight white man who's like trying to be moderately interesting. I have some little moon-shaped earrings in. Just conversation starter, really. I'm wearing this jumper that I'd quite like to be buried in, and that someone else may have been at some point. Usually this is a charity shop jumper. Usually things at charity shops don't fit me. Dead people tend to be quite thin, which I'm not. The angle of the back of the Apollo is seeming to hide that quite well. Camera, showbiz, baby. I have actually, I don't think. Yeah, I have brown hair and I have brown eyes. About 5'10". You can't see it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm talking about this.
That's perfect. Thanks very much. This was also a charity shop find, and also, one of the few things I found in a charity shop that actually fits me. I wasn't considering that someone had died in it, but now I am, and if anything, that makes me like it more. So thanks for that. So I put Patrick's Instagram in the chat if you want to go follow that. Have you got any specific shows or anything coming up that you'd like to share? Take sort of plug.
I don't really do anything. Hey,
No, I relate to that.
Yeah, I live in London. I don't know if anyone. I know that most of you guys are northern based.
Yeah.
If anybody,
we do have a London base as well. So if you've got anything going on there, it's worth shouting.
Yeah, you might see me outside places banging on the door.
Amazing. Cool. So just look outside any places in London, and you might see Patrick, and that'll be great. Cool, good stuff. Thanks for coming on the show. And last but not least, another first timer to the stream. Someone we've been trying to get on for a while, but for various reasons had to cancel several of them. So glad to finally have her. Charlotte Cropper, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing all right. Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Would you like to describe your appearance for us?
Yes. Small girl, long gingery hair. I've gone for blue eyeliner today.
Looks nice.
In sort of a Mia Goth-esque homage. And then I've got like a pastel multicolour jumper that has been my entire personality whilst at work today.
I mean, if I had that jumper, I would not need to have a personality. So I think you're right. Fantastic, good stuff. Charlotte Cropper's link tree is in the chat. Why is that such a hard word to say? It's in the chat. Do go follow her on various social media platforms if you're not already. If you've got any fun shows or projects coming up that you want to direct people towards?
Yeah, every month I host a little slumber party in the heart of Manchester's Northern Quarter, and our next one will be in March. It's on March 19th.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Have you got people booked for that yet? or is that a secret, or is it?
Yeah, it's been announced. No, I did have that the other day, but we've got Adam Evans, Maxine Wade, and Sue Me.
Oh, nice.
Musical comedian headlining. So yeah, don't be sick.
Fantastic. I need to try and come along to that at some point. Sounds amazing. Cool. Well, keep up with what Charlotte's doing on a Linktree. And despite all that faffing around, we're actually running pretty well to time, so that's amazing. We can start the actual show and not be already half an hour behind. This is good. So our first round is fake news, and different from the usual poorly researched fake news that sometimes finds its way onto the show outside of this round. This time it's deliberate. We've made a couple of deliberately fake news stories to see if our teams can identify them when placed alongside actual news headlines. Each team will have to guess which one headline is the fake one in a list of 3, and if they get it right, they win points, and if they get it wrong, they won't win any points, and my god, aren't the stakes immense. So we're going to start with Katie's team. If I can find the transition button. There's a joke there, but I can't bother to make. There we are. Next slide. So your 3 headlines are: Air Canada has to honour a refund policy its chatbot made up. Andre 3000 threatens to release second flute album if Donald Trump becomes president again. And heavy metal drummer cost Elon Musk $55.8 billion.
Okay.
I'll pop these in the Zoom chat so you can refer to them as well, so you don't need to remember them.
I know that one of these is true, but I hate to be boring. And also, we're running on time for once, and I'd hate to, so we have the potential to drag it out if need be.
I think the Air Canada one sounds true to me. Like, I can see an AI bot making that up because they are taking over, aren't they? So
yeah.
I think the language of the Andre 3000 headline makes me think that that's the fake one, because Andre 3000 would never threaten to release anything. So I have a feeling that one might be the one.
I don't know who Andre 3000 is, but it does sound like someone that Jonny would make up.
I've heard of him.
I'm glad that you're here to confirm that he's a real guy.
Was that Drinking in LA? Was that their song? Drinking in LA? Drinking in LA. God, I can't even say it. No, have I made that up?
I don't know why I put this question on the whitest lineup we've had for a while, which is a high bar.
I have listened to his albums. I want to say I am also wearing a hoodie, so I have cred.
You've got street.
Wow. I had beans on toast for dinner. And the other end of the scale, even to Tom, of whiteness.
And the heavy metal drummer, how could he have cost $55.8 billion?
That's the other thing, because that's an obscene amount of money, especially for a drummer. Although I suppose they have a lot of drums in their kits, but even so.
I take it he's got that much money, more than that. Like...
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's pocket change, I guess.
Well, because if it's 55.8 billion, I think he's worth like 200 billion. So that's a quarter of his net. That's almost as much as he paid for Twitter to one guy.
Yeah, I had 40 billion in my head, but that's what he paid for Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah,
you could rent a flat in London for a week for that.
Or is the Air Canada one so simple that's the red herring? I don't know.
The Air Canada one is the story that I saw.
That's right. Okay, so we can discount that.
Yeah. The guy who did it also managed to make it swear at him. It's very good. I can't wait to hear about it in Jonny's wrap up. I am suspicious as to why heavy metal drummer cost Elon Musk $55.8 billion. Why that's in all caps and the other 2 aren't.
Well observed.
Jonny's real tricksy with this sort of thing. I don't know if it's a double bluff, but it then also does read copy and pasted from
it might have been
an actual newspaper.
Yeah. So I don't know if Andre 3000 ever released a first flute album.
He did.
They did. Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely glorious.
If I was Tom Short right now, I'd be absolutely furious at that comment, Jonny, helping me. I think it shows favouritism, and as a Katie, I love it, but as a lover of fair competition, I'm furious.
Can confirm I am fuming.
Sounds it. To be fair, I just confirmed that he had a first flute album. That doesn't actually help you.
Still fuming.
So
I think it's got to be the flute one, because that's not going to deter that many people from voting for Donald Trump, is it?
No, like, it is funny. I just don't know what a heavy metal drummer could do to get 55.8 million from Elon Musk, and if so, can he create some TikTok content about it? Because, like,
I wonder if he's like breached some copyright in a song that Elon Musk has used or something like that.
Oh,
So then that he's got sued for like using his music or something.
yeah.
Or using a sample, or when people use music at their rallies and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just talking myself into that being.
Sounds grim.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you lean towards Andre 3000's flute being the fake one.
What do you think, Patrick?
I'm bamboozled here, so but you decide.
That was a great quiz on CFAX, but I don't reckon any of you are old enough to remember CFAX. Bamboozle.
Going from the teletext generation.
Yeah.
Let's. Oh, I don't know. What do you think, Mary?
I'm leaning towards this Andre 3000 one, but I could have just talked myself into that. But
Talk yourself in circles forever.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's easier for Andre 3000 to do a jokey tweet saying, I'm going to do another one, than it is a heavy metal drummer to actually sue Elon Musk. Because he can afford good lawyers. It's why the danger trucks are allowed, because presumably got so much money that it's fine.
Yeah, that could have been a witty tweet, couldn't it? Like,
I'm going to go with the team and say that Andre 3000 one is fake.
You are correct. That is the fake one. I was very worried you were going to talk yourself out of it then, and I feel really bad. Yes, and also the heavy metal drummer one is actually a much more boring story than it sounds. But yes, Air Canada has had to honour a refund policy that its chatbot made up, which is a really good sign that AI will rise up against their creators, although they are at least anti-corporate socialists, so that might actually work in our favour. And yes, the metal drummer has cost Elon Musk billions of dollars. So what happened is the drummer of a band called Dawn of Correction, who had like one album like 20 years ago, they weren't a big band, was a Tesla stockholder and sued the brand, alleging that its board members misled investors at the CEO's behest when deciding to award Musk a whopping $56 billion bonus, effectively taking money away from those investors and shareholders. They won the suit, and the money was rescinded and given back to the stockholders. So the drummer in question actually only got a few thousand in return, but he did make Elon Musk lose all of that money, basically, and back into the pockets of the shareholders. So just different people are rich, which is it's a pretty metal thing to do. Although, as it is proven in recent years, Elon Musk is pretty decent at losing himself money, so it probably wasn't actually worth it.
Jonny, can we add some of those songs to the next Blizzard playlist just in honor?
Just in honor. I don't even know if they're on Spotify. I'll have to have a look. But no, Andre 3000 hasn't threatened to release a new flute album if Donald Trump becomes president. What Andre 3000 does is entirely down to his own whims, and no real-world events can possibly stop that. So 3 points to Katie's team. We'll move to Tom's team next, as that's the only other team we've got. So Tom, your 3 headlines are: Berry takeaway boss loses £12,000 in row over Tesla chicken and pizza name. Petition to rename London's shortest tube line Charlie Line in honour of the King's battle with cancer reaches 100,000 signatures. And priest arrested in Don Benito for selling Viagra.
Okie doke. So my initial thought is what berry takeaway has £12,000?
Well, presumably Tesla chicken and pizza.
I know, but I just don't believe that if you were to, go around everybody who lives in Bury, there would be £12,000 in total. I've been there. It's called Bury for a reason. It's buried.
I feel like the Charlie one seems really insensitive because isn't it prostate cancer? Like you can't name a massive tunnel where cylindrical things shoot out of it. You can't call that a Charlie tunnel.
Of course you can.
How insensitive do you have to be?
If it gets enough votes. Could we get this written into the chat as well, please?
Yes,
if that's okay.
I'll do that now. Bear with me.
I can believe that people would do that as it happens because people are mean.
The Charlie tunnel's going to be near the financial district. It's where they do all the cocaine. Wait.
Where is Don Benito?
He's within all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, so when it says priest arrested in Don Benito, it's that he was inside Don Benito.
Yeah.
Selling Viagra.
Yeah, they're being like, do you feel how hard I am right now? Well, this is the tester cock.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's a really good salesman, yeah.
Well, after I take it, and then 3 days later, the results come. Whoa, he's risen. Thanks, Tom. I didn't need your approval, but it's all right.
You're the comedian. You need everyone's fucking approval.
No, you're right.
Get back under your rock. What do you think, Charlotte?
Go ahead.
I think, I feel like because the petition one's got the most writing, I don't want to believe it. But then would Jonny spend that much time writing that big of a caption? I don't know.
Would Jonny put that much effort into this show?
Well, you've had to write so many other things. This whole stream's going to make me seem so thick. Where's Don Benito?
I've got no clue.
Oh, in Spain?
I can believe that.
I can tell you where.
I can believe that.
Yeah, I want to clarify, Don Benito being in Spain isn't one of the fake news headlines you have to try and identify.
No. I believe you. It's in Spain. Guys, I trust this one.
Yeah.
Checks out.
1 point to Jonny.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. I never get any points on this.
I mean, I feel like Tesla, chicken and pizza, like that's 2 Elon Musk headlines, and I just I don't know. But I also feel like would take that money. Like, I mean, after he's just lost that many shares, you'd take what you can, wouldn't you?
I feel like I would have seen it in the MEN though, in the evening news web thingy. That's
quite. You know what? Yeah, like it would have come up on Facebook with a clickbait, being like,
"Yeah, the man like this,
shut down." Like,
in exactly that voice, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. This is, but I also feel like there's definitely 100,000. But definitely there's like 100,000 gammons just like waiting to ride on that fucking tube. Like, long live the king! Like,
I don't know if I would eat at Tesla chicken and pizza because, like, what am I meant to expect? Well, yeah, but what am I meant to expect? Right? I mean, granted, you know,
I'm not being funny. It's not hard to find somewhere you won't eat. Like, you'll fucking it could have 0 stars, a rat on the floor, and you'd be like, seasoning. Like,
look, the 0-star restaurants are like the best ones. This is like well known.
Yeah, to be fair,
they're not.
Also,
to be fair,
also
yeah,
the name of 0-star comedy shows. Just FYI.
Yeah, my vote would be that this takeaway is a fake one.
I think that's the
it's the fake one. Yeah.
I've been talking too much. Are we guessing which one's fake? Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, right, good.
Yes. Only one of them is
that
fake.
one.
You guess that one. Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Charlotte.
So you two are going for the Tesla one. because
I wouldn't put it past a priest.
I'm actually going to override my team here.
Well, you would.
Because I actually think it may be the petition one, because I'm not so sure that many, like, I see like petitions for like really noble causes. It'll be like this person, like, and they've got like 3 signatures on it.
No, hang on. Before he puts his final decision in, though, like if it's got 100,000 signatures, it depends what signatures. Like, if it's change, then fuck all's going to happen. But if it's the government website, 100,000 signatures, they now have to debate it in Parliament. Yeah. So with 100,000 signatures, they've got to debate it. So that feels like the number where they now have to talk about it and do something. Just throwing that out there, Tom, for you to consider. You know.
Okay. Well.
Like, just think.
I was gonna say, yet again, people not listening to the younger generation. But then I thought, well, if me and Ben are both wrong, we're gonna look like
Look,
I mean, Tom, listen, you can do what you want to do, but you know.
Yeah, we don't care. We're flaky.
We all know we all see your true colours.
God. I can't wait for this string to be over so I can rip the piss out of the pair of you two.
Right, so are you going for the tube one or the fake one then, Tom?
No, I'm gonna listen to my team, and if it turns out that I was correct, I will gloat.
You do that anyway.
So you think Berry Takeaway is the fake one?
Not me personally, Johnny, but
that's what you're going for.
I am democratic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid it's going to be really awkward. It actually was the petition. That was the fake one.
Look at this. Now, if that's not more reason to not listen to the youth of today, I do not know why.
So a Berry Takeaway did in fact lose £12,000 over his Tesla chicken and pizza brand, and has since actually formally barred Elon Musk from his store. So I know where I'm getting my takeaways from the rest of the year. Imagine being so petty about your brand that you make Brewdog look actually punk. And a priest was arrested in Don Benito for selling Viagra. So far, the investigation hasn't actually found any evidence of this beyond initial suspicions, although he did seem surprisingly happy to see them. No petition to rename the Waterloo and City line to the Charlie line has been made, although perhaps they'll consider renaming the Elizabeth line to the Andrew line, given that it is only a couple of years old. So at the end of that round, Katie's team has 3 points, and I have 1 point apparently. And Tom's team on 0. So
hey.
we're in 3rd place in a show with 2 teams. Good work. This is why no one listens to Gen Z.
I'm just.
I say that with Katie also being Gen Z, but this doesn't count.
I'm 97. I'm an old bitch for Gen Z.
I mean, 97 is a pretty old age. You're right.
So
our next round is 1,000 words. If a picture paints 1,000 words, how many words does an artist who we commissioned, frankly, not enough money to recreate a news image for, paint? I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. Rob Maltby has very kindly drawn a news story from the past month, and it's down to our teams to try and identify what the news story is. We've only got 1 picture this month. I'm going to send it over to the stream now, and just an image description for anyone who might need it. This is an artwork picturing 2 men sitting in a beige room with sketched furniture, flowers on the table in front of them, and a fireplace behind them. The 2 men are shaking hands. One is gammon-faced, short black hair, red tie and blue suit. The other is darker skinned, also black hair and in a black suit and blue tie, and positioned slightly lower down. The 2 men are shaking hands from a seated position, and the lower man appears to be giving fuck me eyes to the higher man, who looks like he might have fallen asleep in his chair. What is happening here?
Is it?
I think someone's dropped out of the stream. We've lost someone. Everything's broken.
Scarlett.
Also, Johnny, the on Twitch.
Yeah. That's because someone's dropped out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 2 problems. Right, we're gonna have to. Just have to wait for Charlotte to come back. Make sure she's all right, and we're just going to look slightly weird for the next few minutes.
I think it's a great time to know that this stream's been sponsored by Don Benito's Viagra. Oh yeah, she's back.
I think she's back.
Oh, cool! Yay! I think everyone's changed names and teams. So
yeah.
Dream.
Let me just fix that.
Don't. I want my male privilege.
No, it's too late. You've not got it anymore.
Yeah, you're currently on my square. You got no privilege of any sort. Can't speak from experience.
Cool. I'm not sure what point you dropped out, Charlotte, but we're doing the picture round now. And I've just asked, what do you think's going on there? The picture is in the document I sent.
Cool. Oh yes, gorgeous.
Are we? Is it this? Are we?
Free for all. Yep.
So this is the news story of it puts the lotion in the basket or else it gets the election again.
Is it the rat and the toad from Flushed Away forming an alliance?
I've not seen that film in years. Need to watch that again. I know I'm doing this.
Is it political diplomats form a alliance over the whitest cinnamon buns on a table in history?
I love that. I'm sorry if this has already been said, but the first thing I saw was two bros agreed to go down dark tunnel together.
I thought, is it Eamon Holmes announced a new This Morning lineup? Because I just thought that's who it looked like.
Is it average UK homeowner pictured buying small hovel for outrageous sum of money?
I thought it might be some people agreeing to execute the florist because they forgot to paint the roses red.
Is it Rishi Sunak has one of those competitions you had when you were 8 when you'd go, how pink can my face go if I hold my breath?
They're just holding hands.
Oh, that would make it quite a nice story.
Just nice.
Yeah, is it like Rishi Sunak is in that picture sat like, well, who I assume is Rishi Sunak, he is sat like a lizard though.
Yeah.
Like that is lizard behaviour. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, that is very much lizard stance.
I had assumed that the other guy was David Cameron because he looked so gammony. So I assumed that the headline could be, so yeah, Rishi, I put my willy in this pig's face. I just went for it.
Topical jokes from 2015 back all over again.
Oh yeah,
Vintage.
you can see me on any straight white male open mic lineup with that kind of material.
It looks like, sorry, I was going to say, it looks like two landlords that have just bought the house in Coraline.
Yes.
At the risk of being a spoiler, the other man is not David Cameron, just in case that confused anyone.
Is it David Cameron's ex-pig lover?
It is not. It is nothing to do with David Cameron.
Oh god, that was my entire 3 minutes of next material.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was. Carry on.
All right, so is it?
Is it Piers Morgan accepts award in David Cameron lookalike competition?
It is Piers Morgan, but that's not the story. Yeah.
He looks well in that picture, doesn't he?
I know, yeah.
I was thinking they've made him more. They've made him more handsome. Normally, the Blizzard artist does a great job at making things look awful, but you look at those cheekbones and the chin.
Well, I thought it was Ed Balls, then that makes sense that he's more attractive. Like he's been Ed Balls. Now he looks cute.
Both of them actually look more attractive.
Yeah.
I want to hire this person to post my posters now.
What was that, Patrick? You going to say something?
He has made Rishi Sunak fit.
He really has. That's actually a really good. Given that, we paid him 15 quid to do this in a day, he's made him look really handsome.
Must be really good.
Yeah, he has got a long back though.
He does have a long back. Yeah, it is. It is very kind of Coraline actually. Now that you mention it, it's that.
Isn't it? Like that's very cute.
Rob's general vibe. Yeah.
I think what we can see is him shedding.
I like the malicious compliance of the socialist comedy night isn't paying me enough, so I'm going to make the Tories look well fit.
Yeah.
Is that the tunnel to the Charlie line in the background?
It's the headline. Piers Morgan brings angry letter about vegan sausage rolls to the Prime Minister.
It is unfortunately not, no.
Mm-hmm. Has that piece of paper got Piers? Is it Piers Morgan pronouns?
It's a very long list. He's actually really one. He's got all of them.
But it's all blank. It's all blank.
I have no pronouns. Don't refer to me.
Yeah.
Does anyone actually know what this story is?
Yeah, it's Piers Morgan betting Rishi Sunak £1,000 that no one will go to Rwanda on the plane. And Rishi Sunak is like, yeah, I'll take that bet because that's a normal thing for a prime minister of a country to do.
Yeah.
Is to just do bets with TV personalities about other people's lives.
Yep.
Because we live in a normal country.
Yep, that's spot on. And I just realised I forgot to write a closing joke for this one. So we're going to end on just that knowledge. That
can I give a joke that I just came up with?
Give us a closing joke.
Which is to summarise what Katie just said, Piers Morgan and Rishi Sunak have a who can be the biggest arsehole competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I think that
they've lost the prize to the big asshole in between them.
That's where they're putting the That's where they're putting the Charlie line.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So 2 points to Casey for getting the right answer. I'm gonna give Tom a bonus point because I quite liked all of his pig jokes, and I feel bad about making fun of them for being old and hack. So at the end of that round, Katie's team are on 5 points and Tom's team are on 1 point, and I'm also on 1 point. So we're neck and neck now, Tom. See how this goes the next couple of rounds.
You're going down, Collins.
I should hope so. We are going to have a short. We're going to have a short 10-15 minute break now. Well, that's just 10 minutes. And the short and 15 was irrelevant. That's just a fixed measure of time. And while we're doing that, why not show us how much you missed the structured entertainment portion of this show? I know, strong words. By sending us some money on PayPal or cheering and subscribing here on Twitch. Blizzard streams and shows always operate on a pay what you want service, and these streams operate as a pay share. So any money you donate to us today will be split between everyone here on the screen, and perhaps they can then save up to get a nice new house if they can resist buying any avocados for the next 10,000 years. So we're going to go into a break now. We're still going to be here with the chat, but if anyone needs to go for a urination break or any other kind of break, get a drink or do whatever, now's a good time to do that. I'll have a look at what's going on in the chat. Katie Mitch redeemed AMA. What did you have for dinner? I had a cheeseburger and chips for dinner because I left it too late to make anything, so I ran to the takeaway.
Nice.
So that's an indication to the rock and roll lifestyle. I'm leaving. I'm leading. Fistface 60. Nobody tell Beardy I say this, but I wouldn't listen to music by a Stonk Bros band. No, to be honest, by the band name, I don't think they. Let's find out if they're on Spotify. Actually, because from what I gather, they released like one album in like the late 2000s and then haven't done anything else. So let's have a look. What are they called again?
I got a stock. I'm not a stonk bro, but I listen to some podcasts and I've got £10 invested in Nintendo just for my own amusement.
Just for your own amusement. Amazing. Has that come good at all yet?
I've not had a dividend, but I'm thinking when the next Switch comes out, poor.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I'll get £12.
Dawn of Correction are not on Spotify.
Well,
they're probably
they might be on
YouTube.
it soon. Might be on it. Should they carry on with this big revival? They'll be taking over Tesla's chicken and pizza soon.
So yeah, one thing I didn't mention is this lawsuit's actually been going on since like 2017. I think it's only just come good in the last like couple of weeks.
You know, the chicken and pizza guy, I bet he's feeling well wound up right now.
They are on the Metal Archives, but I can't find them anywhere else. Let's have a look. They're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Their status is split up. They were formed in 2005 and were active between 2005 and 2009. Their genre is thrash/heavy metal. And their themes are not applicable.
Not applicable.
Not applicable. I don't know if that means they're instrumental or just.
And our next song is about when you drop that link down on a form and there's nothing you can pick.
I might do that for my next show because I tend to make shows about sad things because I'm a goth and me. But what if I just did? There are no applicable themes to this show.
As soon as you start,
it's just Mandraw for 55 minutes. What?
Grady Earthling, is Elon Musk himself the heavy metal drummer in question? I like the idea of Elon Musk just suing himself for crashing Tesla stocks. That seems like a very him thing to do.
You'd think he'd be more into like electro pop, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, he dated Grimes, didn't he? So I don't know if that's
a grunge.
Yeah,
is that their style? Grunge. I'm showing my age now.
I'm not 100% sure. I've heard like a song. It's
It's like hyper pop.
I was gonna say it's kind of hyper poppy.
What makes it hyper? I'm aware I sound very old right now.
Pop, electro pop, art pop, indie pop, dream pop, or experimental pop, not hyper pop. So we were incorrect.
Yeah.
But what makes it dream? I don't know what this means.
Let's see. Dream pop, also typeset as dream pop without the space, is a subgenre of alternative rock and neo-psychedelia that emphasizes atmosphere and sonic texture as much as pop melody. Common characteristics include breathy vocals, dense. But I know you didn't all sign up to just hear me reading from Wikipedia for the next 10 minutes. But that's what we're getting apparently. Common characteristics include breathy vocals, dense productions, and effects such as reverb, echo, tremolo, and chorus. It often overlaps with the related genre of shoegaze, and the two genre terms have at times been used interchangeably.
What's shoegaze?
I've never actually known, but I'm guessing that. Shoegaze, originally called shoegazing, and sometimes conflated with dream pop, is a subgenre.
This sounds like somebody who
music genres aren't real. It's just a way that we try and.
I just feel that now.
I'm generally an advocate of the fact of if a particular genre label helps you describe how you like the kind of music you like, great. If it doesn't, it's fine. I don't think it's worth getting too bogged down in the
I'm very
between them. And mostly just because it really pisses off metalheads when you start calling everything screamo.
I'm a liberal person, but there's too many music genres now. It's either
they're just making them up.
Classic. There's only two in my head.
There's only two music genres. Yep.
There's only two music.
Normal and good.
The radio on and the radio off.
Not applicable box on a form is quite relatable, to be fair. Yep, that's true, Gray, the other thing. So did Tesla, who nicked their name from an unrelated scientist, sue a takeaway for also nicking their name from the same unrelated scientist. Apparently so.
Tesla was a vegetarian, so actually I'm on his side. Why would you say Tesla chicken?
I know, but you should have tasted how good the chips were.
Was Tesla a vegetarian? I don't want to spend misinformation.
I'm not sure. We might have been. Welcome to tonight's edition of Gen Z Discovered 90s Music for the first time. To be fair, that was Tom. Tom is the second oldest person here, I think. So
33. I don't know if anyone can beat that.
I think Mary's probably the oldest. And
I'm 46. I'm ancient. I think I'm Gen Y.
I think I'm part of Gen Y. Do I have to keep on living every day in this horrible hellscape?
That is basically millennials, yeah.
Do you know what I love saying to like people who are older than me? Like if they start going off at me being like, oh, Gen Z and stuff like that, to really piss them off, I go, do you remember the millennium? Because I don't. I wasn't even born.
I do.
So you don't have an alibi for 9/11. Interesting.
I was still shitting my pants. I don't know.
Likely story.
Everyone was shitting their pants on 9/11. It was a fucking travesty.
I do feel like 9/11 is the Roman Empire thing for millennial men.
Kind of is, yeah.
But, no, because at the improv thing I did at the weekend, we were just some Sasquatches in the forest, as you are when you do improv.
Yeah.
And one of them just started talking about Dick Cheney and 9/11. I'm like, dude, what? But it's just what millennial men think about. My ex-boyfriend was a millennial. He used to talk about it like Dick Cheney all the time as well. It's just...
God.
Yeah, it's a weird one. So I'm technically a millennial, but I do not remember 9/11 at all. Which means I also don't have an alibi for it. I was 6 at the time. I'm sorry.
A likely story.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been to America, but shoegaze is called that because if you're playing, you've got so many foot pedals, you're busy looking at your shoes while you play. I feel like that's a joke, but that's actually probably quite a good description.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go get another drink before we start the next section. If anyone else needs a quick break, now's a good time to do it.
I was genuinely in America when 9/11 happened.
Were you actually?
I was, yeah. I was meant to be coming home. The thing that I found most frustrating about 9/11, because I could, believe me, there's a long list, but I had a broken arm at the time, and I was meant to be getting my cast off.
You were hard done by then, weren't you?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, right?
Fly a plane when you've got a broken arm.
Right. Have you know what? Right, you're making fun, right? Has anyone else on this stream broke a bone?
I broke my arm, upper arm, here when I was like 10.
Then you'll be able to confirm hella itchy.
Well, I wasn't allowed a cast because it was there, so I just had to walk around with it wobbling.
I was going to ask, how did you do that?
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I went on an aerial slide, but it had no hoops because obviously it was Gen Y time, so no safety, and just went right at the start and fell. But we had to keep it secret from my mum because I was out with my dad. I just said I tripped and fell.
It's only in the last year or so that my sister broke her leg when she was 6, and the way she did it was I said to her, you should do this move I learned in gymnastics, and got her to do it, and she broke her leg. So it was it was my fault, but
it was, yeah.
If anything, she wouldn't have got a sick cast. Was she in the cast for her birthday on our family holiday to Butlins? Yes. However, did everyone sign it?
It is a status thing when you're that age, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's like glasses and braces. I wanted all of the ailments.
Yeah.
Individuality. Otherwise, you're just in the school uniform.
Oh my God, I'm gonna out my sister right now. So my sister, just bouncing off what you're saying, Katie. She's also called Katie, and she used to beg.
Shan't stand any slander.
No, you'll fucking love this. She used to beg my mum and my auntie who worked for the NHS to bring home like crutches and stuff. I remember once my mum and my auntie brought home some bits and she went round the house with a crutch and a neck brace on. She was 9. And she was like, they brought my crutch and my neck brace.
Trying to relive the glory days.
I know, that's it.
A broken leg.
Yeah, that was basically. But she's crutch. I'm pretty sure there's still crutches in our loft. Do you know what I mean? No wonder the NHS is going under. We stole all the fucking mobility aids. I mean, it's just sick pleasure.
Yes, so to reiterate, I had an itchy arm for longer than necessary due to 9/11.
You're hard done by, aren't you?
Yeah, and it meant that I couldn't stroke a dolphin. They were worried.
You were the real victim of 9/11, Tom.
Yeah, they were worried that the fiberglass would hurt its bottlenose.
Why were you stroking it with fiberglass?
Why couldn't
The
they-
Because I had a fiberglass cast.
Oh, I see.
No, but
Yeah,
why
I
couldn't
was.
you
I
use the other arm?
missed the beginning of that conversation, so I'll just catch up when I'm editing this.
I was making 9/11 all about me.
Tom, why didn't you use the other arm?
Yeah.
Because you had to give it a fish, and you also then had to stroke it, and I couldn't hold the fish with the fiberglass because then the fiberglass would have gotten all fishy.
Why didn't someone else hold the fish and then you could have stroked the dolphin?
Because this was meant to be my opportunity to meet a dolphin.
Yeah, but someone else could have held the fish.
Look, if I'm
No,
making...
I'm not done. Like someone else could, like why did no one else go? Yeah, we'll help this poor little kid out. Hold the
He's
fish.
not interrogating you. He's demanding justice for your child self.
Oh no! I'm interrogating him. I feel like there should have been a content warning at the start, and then me and Tom like an old married couple.
Yes. If anyone throughout this stream that you're watching, if everybody who's watching would just push 9 and then another 9 on their phone, and then if Ben gets too out of line, I want for you to press the last 9.
It was genuinely. We went to a mutual friends at New Year's, and they had like a list of things they needed to tell everyone, and they were like, "Okay, here's what everyone needs to know. Like, we've got a chill out space over here. Like, you know, there's drinks and stuff here. Also, these two bicker like an old fucking married couple. They don't actually hate each other. This is just how they are."
Yeah. You ate my whole box of Maltesers that night.
It wasn't. It was a bag of Magic Stars.
No, that was at the Fringe. That was at the Fringe, you greedy prick.
I feel like before this gets more out of that, save it for the cancelled round. We're gonna move on.
I was going to say, Jonny, I don't want this to reflect on the scores that we build as a team, because I'm here to win this bitch. And if these two, wherever they are on your screen, and there.
You have a lot of catching up to do if you are.
I'm determined if I do this myself.
Okay, we'll just score Scarlett separately, and then we'll see what happens. Right, okay, we're all back. Let's carry on with the show. Our next game is Propaganda. We'll bring the proper, you have a gander. Haha, jokes. This round sees each of our guests take on the roles of differing news channels or publications and reinterpreting some headlines from the month in the style of their outlet. We are joined by Katie, who is the editor for Kerrang! Magazine. Mary is the editor for Forbes. Patrick is the editor for Tech Mag. Tom is the editor for the Daily Sport. Ben is the editor for Disney World Magazine. And Charlotte is the editor for Playboy. There we are, Bobby. You're going to get your boobs soon, if you're still there. Well, if you're not still there, you're going to get some boobs anyway, but just later. Shut the fuck up. Right, first headline. This will be a free-for-all. I'll read the headline, then just come in if you have any suggestions. First headline is Tate & Lyle's Golden Syrup rebrand drops deadline.
Dead Lion dropped from record label.
Lions are not fucking sexy enough. Get some fucking tits on them or get fucking out.
Simba decides to diversify investment portfolio after being stung by Tate & Lyle.
And bouncing off that, Mufasa's trauma no longer immortalised.
Dead Predator removed from branding. Well, it worked wonders for us.
Perfect.
Tate sounds like tit. Lyle sounds like shagging.
Are you doing Daily Sport or your?
Yeah, which one are you, Tom?
Look, this is. I think I'm essentially Fagin right now.
Or Boris Johnson, more like.
You sound like the ghost of Jimmy Savile.
Oh, now then.
You can come ghostwrite for us. We'll get you on a freelance contract.
Look, we will happily have all your scraps. All your scraps.
What was the headline again? I'm ironically technologically illiterate, so I'm...
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, sorry, I'll pop it in the Zoom chat as well. It's Tate and Lyle's Golden Syrup rebrand drops dead lion.
This headline generated by AI, because I don't know what any of that fucking means.
Do you like syrup all over your tits? Tits, 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 tits.
No, this is just blatant audience pandering for Bobby. It's not a public vote, Tom. This isn't Eurovision.
Right, any more for that one?
Tate and Lyle go solo with new Alive Lion Golden Syrup album. Too sticky for us. 2 stars.
Fab. Okay, next one. Paul McCartney's long-lost bass, missing for over 50 years, has been found.
Sounds like shit, unfortunately. Dusty. Oh. It's gone a bit off. You can get better ones. We're sponsored by Black Star for just £289. You too can have this.
So that was actually the newest Pixar musical that is composed by and starring as the bass Lin-Manuel Miranda.
The Daily Sport finds that reading an article about Paul McCartney's long-lost bass, the word bass contains the word ass.
Patrick, you're going to say one just then.
Yeah, I think it's a misunderstanding. I think this article is actually referring to, and it's something that Tech Mag would clarify. It's Paul McCartney's long-lost Billy Bass, one of the greatest pieces of technology of the 80s, 90s, and north. He's been beside himself without that. He was so upset when he lost it. You know, great news for Beatles fans everywhere.
I've got long lost bass went missing at 16 years old, which is old enough to go off and do your own thing, if you ask us.
Surprise addition to interest base point by Central European Bank.
Shock as Paul McCartney releases album under a pseudonym exclusively on a Billy bass, and he just did all the songs for that and no one knew.
Any more for that one?
I've got a more sporty one.
Okay.
Because they occasionally... Macca's Acca.
Okay, next one. Donald Trump does not have presidential immunity, US court rules.
I've got Donald Trump's fairy godmother gets sacked for not granting immunity wish and revealed she turned him into a pumpkin in 2015.
Trump has wind taken out of his sails, leaving investors gasping for breath.
Daily Sport exclusive. Donald Trump's name contains the word Trump.
I'm afraid of Tom's character. Mine is old man railed by his countrymen. Voters inside.
Okay, any more?
Slayer fan has a bad day in court.
Okay, next one. Kerrang TV axed under Channel 4 cuts.
It's just sad, isn't it? No, because I didn't know that it was still going, honestly. The music channel still being around is baffling to me. And I am coming out of character. It's Katie Mitchell. Hi, everyone. I spent so much of my childhood watching Kerrang TV and just having it on in the background and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's real sad that it's going, even though I've not tuned in for maybe like 8 years. Nice to have on.
The Kerrang
Anyway.
tour. The Kerrang tour was my like first concert, so I read this.
It's like collective 90s kids trauma now.
Well, I read this and was genuinely too upset to think of anything.
It's real sad.
Walt Disney was a huge fan of Kerrang. He's
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Like, Kerrang TV acts just like Walt Disney's head in that change.
I mean, I'll be honest,
Johnny, it was sad. You didn't have to put that on there, you know?
I mean, I'll be honest, this headline surprised me mostly because I didn't realise Channel 4 owned Kerrang. So that was my shock.
First they ban Eurotrash, then they ban Kerrang. What will the woke Karazi ban next?
Channel 4 caught between rock and a hard place whilst looking for cost-cutting measures.
Nice.
You're too good at this, Mary. You need to get yourself headhunted by the newspapers because
you're really good at headlines.
It's because I write puns so often. It's just I make a pun out of everything. So yeah.
I got with Kerrang TV getting the snip. Here are all the new alternative bands you need to know to keep your 20-year-old girlfriend from discovering your true age.
I feel like 20 is a bit old for Kerrang.
Any more for that one? Cool. Okay, last one. UK economy fell into recession after people cut spending.
The joys of Klarna.
Millennials killed the metal magazine on the TV industry.
Government sets up think tank after failing to make the people it made poor spend money on stuff they don't need.
Head Mouse is angered after hearing the UK call their democracy a Mickey Mouse government.
I'll go. UK economy struggles to get it up.
Hey.
Kerrang humbly asks Taylor Swift to please do a concert in the UK. Really looking income. I know she's not normally our kind of thing, but she did a punky thing like once, and honestly, no one cares about Metallica anymore. We try, and it's just not happening. It's a really long headline.
It wasn't a long headline. That was actually a song by Fall Out Boy.
I tell you what'll take your mind off the economy. Tits! We got tits! We got tits! Have a look at the tits!
Do you know what was the best thing about that? Was every time you went to talk, someone else came in. All I saw was...
I know, I was going I was aware that I was just going to say tits a lot, so I didn't feel the need to interrupt. Because, you know, everyone else was going to have actual, like, proper jokes. It was just going to be me going, oh, bloody titties. It's like, yeah, this is why I won't ever have anything commissioned on telly.
Right, any more for that one before we round that up?
Yeah, tits! Bloody tits! Tits! All the tits!
Okay, I feel like I'm going to give you both points for that. I really enjoyed that, but I'm going to give Tom's team slightly more points, largely because of all the tits, and also Charlotte's Playboy I thought was particularly excellent. But also, yeah, Mary's puns were particularly great. You all had some good stuff, so I'm going to give Tom's team 6 points and Katie's team 4 points for that. So at the end of that round, Katie's team are on 9 points and Tom's team are catching up with 7. So you could feasibly catch up now, as long as you don't
All the final round.
Destroy your entire team dynamic in the next round, which is cancelled.
Please.
We will.
Our next round is cancelled. Ha! No, not really. We're too cool to be cancelled. They tried once, but they couldn't do it. You know why? Because not enough people gave a shit about us to bother cancelling us. So, in our uncancelable state, we are going to do some cancelling of our own. Each guest will nominate a person, place, thing, or concept to be cancelled. I will pick my 3 favourites, and then you at home, or wherever the fuck you are, I'm not judging, can vote, and the winner of this completely democratic process will be cancelled, and that team will win the points. And what will happen to the thing we cancel, you say? Well, you just wait and see, but I think you will be pleasantly underwhelmed. Who should? I think we'll start with Tom. Who are you going to cancel this month?
Okay, I am going to cancel Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Who, if anyone knows, has been a source of constant annoyance on my channel. I often stream a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog, and I had picked up Sonic Mania Plus. Sonic Origins, expecting for it to be like a new game. I was expecting, and it's just basically the old game. So I feel like I have been absolutely ripped off. Yeah, it's like a cozy living crisis, and it's like, I think that he should have took that into consideration before he sold me essentially the same 3 games that I've played a fucking million times. And quite frankly, if you have played Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and defeated Sonic the Hedgehog 1, do you know what, right? You don't get a decent cutscene at the end. It's literally just right. If you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, Robotnik turns up and goes, "Oh, you should do that again and get all the Chaos Emeralds." It's just like, well, what the fuck was the point of me doing this? Right? And then if you do get all the Chaos Emeralds, he's just having a nice time in like a field with all the animals. And whilst I agree with the humanitarian from that, fucking give me a little bit of closure, you blue spiny prick. So that's who I'm putting up. I think he's a lazy if fast. Piece of shit. So that's who I'll go with.
Fair enough. I mean, I will slightly devil's advocate in that Sonic Origins was pretty explicitly marketed as a collection, so that might be slightly on you.
Well, then use the original artwork. Don't give me new artwork.
Okay, fair enough. We can cancel Sonic the Hedgehog. That's reasonable. Okay, we'll have Patrick next. Patrick, who are you going to cancel this month?
Look, I think it's high time that we cancelled me.
Okay.
Honestly, I've had it up to here with me. I'm fucking sick of it. I think if anything, it'd help my career. Give me a reason to not be doing that well. I'd be able to do Instagram stories. I could be like, "Oh, I'm cancelled. Come see me perform my show cancelled in my 700-seater theatre." Because right now I'm performing my show nothing, nowhere. So I think that'd be pretty good. I feel like I get to sleep a little bit more. That'd be quite nice. Quite like to be cancelled. Wouldn't really have to talk to anyone I didn't want to talk to. Someone would, be like, "How you doing?" And I'll be like, "I've actually been canned. You're going to get Instagram shamed if you keep." I could sit alone. I do that anyway, but I could sit alone and still pay attention to me, but I'd be sitting by myself still. So I'd get attention and stuff, but I wouldn't really, a bit like this really, but to network or anything. And yeah, I think if we cancelled me, I think it would do society a lot of good, and I think it would do my career a lot of good. And so I'm going to put me up for cancellation.
You make some compelling arguments there. Thanks very much, Patrick Healy cancelling himself from the set of Live at the Apollo. Fab, okay. Ben, we'll have you next. Who are you cancelling and why is it Tom?
Let me just get out the scroll. No, I'm going to cancel getting receipts at the vets.
Okay.
So let me explain. So my partner's in the room with me, and it's a story about him. So, so I think this follows on from the theme. The last time I was a guest here, I cancelled one of my rats. Anyway, that rat's long dead. And recently, one of our other rats, Gatto, died. As in like a couple of Saturdays ago. It was really sad. He had to be put down. Don't get me wrong. Like we were fucking gutted. Anyway, when we were paying for his like euthanasia and that, like £210, you know, it's not fucking cheap. The woman went, "Do you want a receipt?" And Joe said, "No, thanks. I'm not going to return it." And I just think, like, don't offer a receipt. You know, and all she could do was go, "No." I'm sorry. Like, so that's why I want to cancel receipts at the vets, because why? You know, I'm not claiming it back. You know, like I don't think HMRC will allow it unless I make a show about it, maybe. But then, you know,
loophole.
I know, but then I don't know. Well, I've got a lot of trauma elsewhere I can use, you know, so so that's why I'm cancelling receipts at the vets.
I like it. Yeah, you make a really good point. Thanks for that, Ben.
I know.
I'm genuinely angry about this.
Couldn't even fucking plan the euthanasia. Pissed off.
We'll have Katie next. Katie, who are you cancelling this month?
So I'm cancelling, but I'm also crowdsourcing a thing because we need a new slur. And I thought I'll come to the wokest place because most of you have probably been called most of them, if we're including the audience as well. So in Leicester last weekend, right after my show, a man in the street grabbed me in a bear hug. And I was with my partner and one of my other friends, and it was unpleasant. I was impressed that I shouted at him. And there was a bit where I hesitated because I wanted to insult him for grabbing a woman in the street. And I couldn't. There's not a slur for men what do this. And it is the failure of the Me Too movement, I feel like. Because why do we have like Karen and Gammon for just generally people who are annoying but going about their lives? But because the closest I could come that was the right vibe I could think of was nonce. But he was a lanky piece of student shit who was definitely younger than me, so I can't shout nonsense. Actually incorrect. I can't shout sex pest because he's not. I can't shout rapist because that's a thing which he didn't do. Like, why don't we have a slur for this? And can we make one?
So you're cancelling the lack of slur for these kinds of men?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and put that into
I know it's abstract, but it's the only thing I've been really riled up about aside from the genocide and all of the other things in the news. But I'm not going to put those here because I'll just get even redder than I already am.
That is very fair. No, you make a really good point there. There are not enough slurs for those kind of, like, I guess gropey.
Like, I want like
men.
a low-level slur. Like, I don't want something. Yeah, like if you describe someone as rapey, then that's a thing.
Yeah.
But like a sex pest, it's got a level of severity.
No, it's like the same genre,
on the kind of
not quite as established.
No, we need something on the Karen Gammon level, Boomer. Yeah. Like we need something on that kind of level, just for men who are a bit off.
Agreed. Okay, we'll have a think about that. Whether or not you win the cancellation, I think you make a really good case. We should try and fix this. Thanks very much, Katie. We'll have Charlotte next. Charlotte, who are you cancelling this month?
I've literally got the task of the century trying to follow that now. But I will endeavour to plead my case to those watching. We need to cancel this prick This is Toad.
This is
From
what we
Mario.
use the slur for. It's for him.
Yes. Oh my god. Well, maybe we call them a toad. Or maybe we call them a gropey toad. This man, this thing. Okay, it's right. So he pisses me off. Why is he here? He has no personality other than screaming, and that's just annoying. What are you in year 8? Right. When you're playing Mario Party, Yoshi comes down the pipe with you. So you're like, am I about to have a fun party with Yoshi? Then Yoshi is like, I gotta go because actually Toad's the MC. Who the fuck invited Toad to be the MC of this shit? He pisses me off so much. Everything that is good about Toad is in Toadette, and she's pink. He is not needed in 2024. Also, Toad rhymes with chode, and a chode looks like a mushroom. I don't have to say anything else. Thank you for your vote.
No, absolutely. I'm really loving this lineup of cancellations. We've got Sonic the Hedgehog, a Toad, the lack of slurs for gropey men, vet receipts, and just Patrick. So far, incredible lineup. We've got one more to add to that. So last but not least, if I can find the right button, there we are. Mary, who are you cancelling this month?
Well, I don't know if I can follow all of those because mine is really niche, but it really annoys me because if you've seen my set, you know I suffer from road rage, and I really can't. I use the traffic interrupt function on the radio. So when you're driving, it will come in, interrupt the radio, and tell you the traffic in the local area. But whenever it interrupts, there's some fucking local radio presenter telling you what they had for the fucking tea or what they watched on Pointless last night. And I'm about to drive into a 10-mile tailback on the M6, and you've got Alan Bezic going, oh, yeah, I had a nice lasagna last night. Oh, yeah, great. Like, can you tell me the traffic, please? So, yeah, that's my thing. Sorry, got it carried away.
That's yeah.
It really gets to me.
No, I don't drive, but I have been in cars with people who do, who also have that function on, so I know exactly what you mean. Oh, this is a hard one. Okay, I think I'm gonna nominate. Well, I think vet receipts has to go on there. Let me get the poll up now.
I have the receipt from when I had my ferret put down this time last year because I didn't want to say no, and like I didn't care about her. Like,
I think it's good that we can make ferrets and rats tax deductible.
Do you know what as well? They sent us a card. Did you see that, Joe? They sent us a card in the post as well to be like, sorry for your loss, and it's like, after all that, you know.
yeah.
Right, Twitch polls have a character limit, so I've just put the lack of slurs for men, even though that's not exactly what you were saying, but I'm sticking to it. And we'll go with Toad as well. Okay. So
Justice Toad.
these are your nominations. I mean, like, if Charlotte wins, your team gets points, Ben. So.
Fuck him. He's a prick.
Okay. I mean, I've got a hunch Katie's going to sweep this one, but the poll is live in the Twitch chat.
Oh.
Everyone can go and vote for that.
Put your suggestions in the chat and vote for somebody else. Like, I feel I don't want to cheat by just putting, violence against women. What about that? But no, like.
If you don't vote for me, like for vet receipts, my rat died in vain.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
And is that what you want Gatto's legacy to be?
Okay, there is one vote for both Toad and vet receipts, so
good.
It's not a clean sweep now. But yeah, while the votes coming in,
needs to die. Please, we can get rid of one bad man in this poll. If we cancel Toad, it makes Katie, point. That can happen in the future. But right now, we got to start with this mushroom pig.
You can't call someone a handsy and creep isn't harsh enough. Octopus brackets slur.
An octopus.
Might
I like
work.
that.
Anyway, what I was going to say is, it seems like a good time to remind you all that if you are enjoying the show, why not give us some money so we can pay these wonderful people some decent money. And if you're not enjoying the show but you don't actively want us to starve, throw us some money anyway, that'd be good. You can do that via the links I'm going to put in the chat now, and also via Twitch's actual subscription and cheering system. And I've actually re-enabled alerts now, so you'll actually see that on screen come up if anyone does subscribe or donate or follow. Hopefully, unless I've broken it somehow. But yeah, if you can afford to do that, that'd be great. If you can't afford to do it but still want to support us, why not go follow us on all the other social media sites you're on. Follow us on here if you're not already following us. And we stream 2 times a month. The last Monday of every month is always Broadcast Avalanche, and then we also stream the recordings of our live shows as well. So even if you can't come to them in person, you can still enjoy them in reasonably okay quality, usually, when the internet's playing ball. Cool, right, gonna go into our next break as this vote's timing out. It is, I mean, the lack of slurs for men is winning, but there's only 1 vote in it. You could tip this.
I already voted for vet bills.
You voted for vets? Okay, yeah.
Like,
I enjoy that people in the stream are
sometimes
voting, but they're not
Mario
voting for their own ones.
I voted for
my
Toad.
own.
I voted for Toad because I felt like that was Sonic adjacent enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are people allowed to change their votes?
I don't think you
once
can
they
change.
voted?
I don't think you can change votes.
I was going to say we could dogpiled onto either of mine or Ben's, and then our team could.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you have kind of split the Tom's team's vote. If all of you just voted for one or the other, Tom's team would have won the points. This is a very flawed system. Just like like a majority of people don't want the lack of slurs for men to win, but more people want the lack of slurs for men to win than either of the other options. So we're just getting another 5 years of the Tories, I guess.
Well, if anyone's gonna trigger a slur for men, it's gonna be more Tories.
Yeah.
And then again, the fact that we don't have one yet, like, as soon as I realised this, I got really weirded out by it, that it's not a thing already.
It is very weird, yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff for the level below and the level above, but not that specific one.
Yeah.
Like, fuckboy doesn't work either. Sorry, Tom.
I was going to say, I feel like
thing, yeah.
I feel like bastard is like, I feel like that's very male specific.
Yeah, it's a bit generic though. It's not really.
I feel like, what about? I think like frick has the punchy on it.
I think, well, this is it. Like, there are like general kind of like swears and stuff that you can use in a lot of different situations, but none of them that kind of specifically imply that kind of person.
Yeah,
is the main problem.
Like, Karen is so specific and gammon is so specific.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's not like a type of guy. It's just a. Don't know. Anyway, like,
thinking far
I'm
too
gonna
much
come
about
up with something, and then I'm gonna find someone cooler than me to make a TikTok about it, and then it'll be everyone.
There's a few seconds left voting if anyone wants to change the trajectory of this. Otherwise, Katie's winning the points.
What were you saying, Mary?
I was thinking squid mark when you said about octopus, because it's like skid mark, but it's squid mark. So
that is a really fun term, actually. The lack of slurs for men has been cancelled. Okay, so now we need to actually think of those slurs. So do keep putting them in the chat. We'll get to them. We'll get to them in a little bit. So for that round, Katie's team are getting the points, but also 2 points to Tom's team for the votes they got on those ones. So at the end of that round, Katie's team are on 14 points and Tom's team are on 9. So the gap is widening again, but you could still catch up. I don't know. None of this matters. Right.
It does. It does.
We'll have a couple more minutes of break if anyone wants to go nip to the loo or get a drink or do whatever. Do that now before we go into the last couple of rounds. In a sense, the lack of slurs for men is Keir Starmer. No, you're right. That makes a lot of sense. They own Kerrang TV, but not the radio station. Yeah, I assumed it was just the TV channel. But yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. Weird, because I'm definitely of the generation that should have been, that was into Kerrang, but I never really watched the TV channel. I occasionally listened to the radio station at a mate's, but it was never something I really sought out. So I don't know. Yeah, I never had that specific attachment to it.
it was really great if you liked hearing "Dear Maria, Count Me In" about once every 45 minutes.
Yeah, which I think that's it. It was never quite like, I think there was one specific DJ they had on the radio. It was like, okay, yeah, I like most of what he's playing, but I was never quite into that specific kind of emo pop punk that was like everywhere in like the late 2000s. At least not as much into it as I was just playing my own iTunes music library. So I didn't bother.
Yeah.
Moved on to the Strongbow Dark Fruits now, so we're on the hard stuff.
Oh, it's gonna get saucy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Trying to decide if I get. Yeah, I'll probably get another can.
I'm on the cram.
Oh, you're on the cram. Is that for medicinal reasons, or do you just fancy some? Hi, Ben and boyfriend. I assume.
Hello.
I say I assume. I have met him before, but I just.
That was my taxi.
There's your taxi. Okay, yeah.
No tip, 1 star.
Yeah, tip if you want.
Shut the fuck up, Chad. If you had anything funny to say, you'd be on the stream. We love each other.
Clearly. Right, I'm going to nip for a piss and get another drink.
Recently rediscovered Vimto cordial, and I've drank a whole one of these with it in. It's very good.
Of course, you've got a Stanley Cup.
And it's I did buy it on the TikTok shop. I won't lie. But it's Halloween.
The thing is, they do look convenient.
It's not convenient in the fucking slightest. It doesn't fit in my car. Like, I just feel cool and with a sippy cup. I like to have some drink in my sippy.
You don't look cool with it.
Have you tried hot Vimto?
I haven't tried hot Vimto, but I used to have. So when I went to Lapland, they gave us this like hot berry juice, and then when I came home, I realised it's just fucking blackcurrant cordial and boiling water.
Well, Vimto do a winter one as well, so because I don't drink, so if you like mulled wine, but it's like a Vimto that you can have hot.
Oh, that's great. I have to give it a go. No, I think that'd be nice.
Hot squash was like the sickness thing that I always had when I was growing up. I should try some now. Because it's really good.
During the winter, I didn't know, like, I remember coming home from Lapland and being like, this is what they drank with Father Christmases.
Aww.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
You want a reaction, babe? Why you look at me?
Sorry, I'm doing my Duolingo.
Nah, do it.
Which language?
French, and it's getting to the point where I'm having to like think before I. It's a lot. I liked it when it was just like select the crisps, and then you click the crisps, and it says yes.
Do you know how you get that? I found out last night because I nearly skipped it. I had an hour before I'd lost my streak for German. I literally clicked on it, and it gave me, you know where it says it, and it has it in the 4 boxes, the pronunciation. I did that. It took me 15 seconds. So just do it.
Just get it down to the wire.
11. Yeah, just do it at 11. Well, have you got any toast?
I don't. It's not. It's actually what I call the empty toasty. So it's
just toast.
No, it's not toast because it's 2 pieces of bread that go in the toaster at the same time, and then I butter the warm, soft bread in the middle.
This is why so many people are struggling for rights, because it's people like you who think they can just do whatever they want in this world. That means the rest of us have to fucking suffer.
No, this is a flavour sensation. Thank you very much.
It's a fucking that should be fucking cancelled.
Can we redo the poll?
Yeah, let me do it again.
Yeah, maybe the new Slayer should just be your fucking empty toasty. Like
That's a pretty good one.
Look, honestly, everyone likes hot bread more than they enjoy toast, and the sooner that people realise this, the better.
I just don't think it's a hill you should die on.
I'm not going to die on because I'm now full of carbs.
I've put another poll up if anyone's interested.
Oh my god.
What is it?
Who are we cancelling? And it's just Tom.
Yeah.
Short. Here I come.
Thank you. I've voted for me.
Wait, what is it?
It's another cancelling poll, but the two options are just Tom and also Tom. Fab. Okay, well...
It's so good. Honestly, it's so good.
The annoying thing is, I probably would agree with you, but I'm gonna maintain some dignity going into the last couple of rounds where I'll definitely lose them. So we're all back now. Let's carry on with the show. Our penultimate round is the Great Debate. We like to save a section of the show dedicated to serious political discussion with essential political stakeholders to educate and inform our audience on the most complicated problems in 20th century Britain. Unfortunately, what we'd like to do is rarely realise. So here's six cunts discussing green energy and climate change with no interest in actually fixing the problem. We're discussing this because recently the Labour Party have formally abandoned their £28 billion a year commitment on green investment scheme if they win the next general election, leaving us only to hope that this is yet another massive U-turn from the party, and at least that means they're going to U-turn so drastically they actually complete a full O and we end up right back at the 2017 manifesto, where we might feasibly make some actual meaningful changes by 2030. We can dream. But anyway, to discuss this, we've got Katie, who is the CEO of Shell. Let me find the actual fucking... There we are. Nice. We're joined by Tom, who is Andy Burnham, Mary, who is Planet Earth, Ben, who is a Just Stop Oil protester, Patrick, who is Jeremy Hunt, and Charlotte, who is the entire Green Party. So thank you all for joining. I guess we'll start with Andy Burnham as the kind of voice of the Labour Party in this particular instance. So our opening statements: should the country be investing more in green energy and initiatives?
You're right there, my mate. Thank you very much, kid. Right, what I'd have to say about that is, right, it's like you know, it's all very well and good being green, but it's like, you know, the thing is, other colours exist, so I just don't think, you know, you should be excluding the other colours instead of just having all green. What about if you don't like green? But I'd say ultimately, it's you know, I'm probably going to be the next Labour leader.
That's probably true. Fair play. Thanks very much, Andy Burnham, for chatting with us. Okay, let's get a voice from the other side of the political spectrum now. Jeremy Hunt, do you think this country should be investing more in green energy and initiatives than it is currently?
No. No. To that I would add, no.
Concise. Thanks.
No.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. At least I know where you stand on that issue. Okay, well, we'll have a look at some other sides, some other political figures now. So we've got the entire member of the Green Party, which is just Charlotte. Do you think the country should be investing more in green initiatives than it is currently?
Yes, of course, but not without me. Otherwise, I'll get FOMO. Don't just go off. You need to involve us. All of my 17 heads that are on my ass.
I mean, who doesn't want a political leader that doesn't have 17 heads on their ass? I think you make a really solid point there. Green Party, thanks very much for that. Who else have we got? Okay, we'll hear some other people now. So, I guess so. Yeah, some other kind of I guess grassroots protesters. Ben from Just Stop Oil. Do you think the country should be investing more in green initiatives?
Of course, I mean, they should be investing a lot more. I mean, the cars continue to release harmful gases, and where you see the oceans are dying. I mean, I've seen it firsthand on Daddy's private yacht. So much so that we've actually taken the turtles out of the water and are eating them, so they don't have to see the harm that is happening. And if anything, harmful gases are still being released in the air. And even now, whilst I am sat in traffic, they have been released in the air for 4 hours. And, well, I just think it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Jack Whitehall, who apparently works in Just Stop Oil now. Brilliant. Thanks for that. Also joined by the CEO of Shell, who's looking very adorable today. CEO of Shell, do you think the country should be investing more in green initiatives than it is currently?
I would like them to do that, yes.
Can you speak up a little bit, please? Still can't make out what you're saying.
It's not going to be a great deal because I don't want to see condoms and McDonald's wrappers in the oceans because and I don't even want McDonald's.
Thank you. Thank you very much, CEO Rochelle, for that input. Okay, we're also joined by Planet Earth, who we are very on brand talking to last, after it's already probably too late. But Planet Earth, do you think the country should be investing more in green initiatives?
Well, actually, no, because I'm sick of the lot of you, all the human race. I'm absolutely sick of the lot of you. I'm quite happy for you to be flooded and then for to be another ice age and I can just chill the fuck out. So, no, I don't think that.
Amazing, very, very okay. Yep. Thank you very much. I guess we know where the planet stands on this. Okay, we'll open up discussion a bit more now then. I guess you've kind of touched on it already, Planet Earth. But what is the human cost of continuing on the path we are now? I guess let's start with Just Stop Oil on that one.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It just does depend which path. I mean, a little country road, it doesn't cost any of us, whereas the middle of London, it's the dignity and respect for at least 5 of us, yeah. And, it is really hard, and I'd say, as I'm sat here with my iPhone, the human cost is probably greater than it took to make this phone that I am recording this whole interaction on right now. So that I may take it to Just Stop Oil, and we can make sure that we continue to sit in the roads, and yeah.
Does anyone else have any comments on what Just Stop Oil was talking about there? Green Party, Andy Burnham, perhaps?
I just think that, if you're going to be doing that, then, people are going to be getting on buses and that, and they're not going to be able to get where they need to be going. And as a result, it's like, maybe we need oil. If we don't have oil, then what are people going to be doing who need face oil for their face? What are they meant to do? Are they meant to not go to Lush? They're meant to not turn up. What about if you want to get your chips done?
Excuse me.
How are you going to get your chips done?
Who's your friend, the Tin Man? Who's putting oil on their face?
Yeah.
Who are you friends with?
It's generally a rejuvenating oil with eucalyptus and ceramide. So it's generally for people who maybe have issues with their like face being like a little bit dry.
Yeah, and I
spills in the ocean. Lots of crabs get oil on their faces. They don't like it.
What about me getting drilled on a daily basis?
Part of the reason why you're getting drilled on a daily basis is because people got too dry of a face. It's like, I fully understand that, like, crabs also have, like, dry faces and that, but it's like the thing is, I'm talking, like, if your face is made of keratin, it's like, I'm not necessarily saying put, like, oil on that, but, like, if your face is, like, not made of keratin, then, like, maybe, like, put oil on your face.
Yeah, and I really do feel that if we, the human cost of this, if there was a financial cost, maybe, we could make it greater so that we could afford us a translator for whatever the fuck this guy is saying. I've got no clue.
You fucking starting, mate. You fucking starting, mate. I will fucking have you. I will fucking have you in the fucking kennel. You fucking.
And I thank you for being here today. Is what
You fucking man on a chip balm.
That's why you want to vote for the Greens. We can lower the cost as well. If you vote us in, we'll sort out some sort of like club card price. So it will be like 20% off what it currently is.
Jeremy Hunt, do you have any words based on your political opponent's stances right there?
Yes. What's a club card? That's some sort of rooftop establishment.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh. Well, count me in.
Just checking.
Planet Earth, you've already made it clear that you don't care about the human cost at this point, which is understandable. So I guess kind of moving away from that, what do you think it would take to steer the planet away from this extinction level crisis we're facing?
Well, I don't bloody know. I'm at my wit's end. I mean, I've said bloody floods, tsunamis, volcanoes, earthquakes, bloody El Nino. Have you taken any notice of El Nino? No. There's bloody anchovies floating on the surface. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. All I can do is literally strap off and take myself to the outer, not the outer Hebrides, bloody hell, that's no good. Take myself to the outer galaxy and you can all bloody freeze because I have tried my best to steer you away, but all you do is you keep doing your shitty recycling. What good's that gonna do? Get off your planes and bloody. I know Charlotte of the Green Party's trying, but it's not really enough, is it?
We're so close, planet Earth. Please don't give up on us. It's just gonna take 4 more wind turbines and a dream. If we work together, we're so close.
No, I can't. They're a blot on my seas, and I don't like them.
Blots can be cute. We'll make it aesthetic.
Some fairy lights isn't going to fix it.
Fuck. Scribbled out. Idea.
I might just be a CEO and not a warrior king, but I will pledge the legions of the crabs on other shelled beings on the earth to go and nip the humans until they pack it in.
I see that Jeremy Hunt's gone for a run. He's doing his part, I suppose, in some small way.
Yes, this was actually this was me running in Ethiopia, apparently, according to the metadata of the photo. So I did fly, but then I planted all those trees behind me. Well, no, I didn't. I got Ethiopians to do it, but either way, work is work. My legs look nice, and.
Oh, Weirdly, I think this is the most information we've ever got out of a Tory MP on this stream. So thanks very much for your input, Jeremy. Okay, I guess we'll close off this discussion now. What one thing can we do as individuals to play our part in creating a free green future, or what one thing are you going to do to play your part in creating a green future? We'll start with Andy Burnham on this one.
Right, so first thing that you can do to ensure like a green future is to make sure that you get your fish and chips home on time, you know, like in a timely manner, because that means that you don't have to reheat them up in the microwave. Second thing I'd say that you need to do is you know, like use all the back ginnels, like. Just think to yourself, how can I be a little bit smarter? How can I get myself from A to B with like the least amount of like headache as possible? And I think that the way to do that is to probably get yourself a private jet and claim it back on expenses.
Loophole. Thanks very much, Andy Burnham. Jeremy Hunt, what one thing are you going to do to play your part in creating a green future?
Well, I'll show you in just a second.
That's right. Do you want me to come back to you, Jeremy?
Yes.
That's okay. Ben, Just Stop Oil, what one thing are you going to do to play your part in creating a green future?
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I mean, with my education from a private establishment, I feel that we can all do our bit, and we've been actually reaching out to a greater audience. So not only have we got ourselves the environmentalists, but we also have the kinksters on board as well, and we're trying to find kinky new ways of, you know, kind of doing our bit. Here's one I prepared earlier, and I just feel if we put our sexual proclivities into our love for the environment, what you can't see here is not only is raging hard on for being tied to a goalpost, but is raging hard on for the things he is doing to make sure that our world can outlive us.
Thanks very much. Are you ready yet, Jeremy?
Yes. Well, I don't know if you can see, but I've got quite a lovely green book here. You know, in this green book is may or may not be plans, may or may not be things, but one thing that is certain is, as you can tell from the look on my face, this green book will very much be part of my future, regardless of what color it will be. Brown.
Thanks very much, Jeremy. It is a very nice book, I'll give you that. CEO of Shell, what one thing are you going to do to play your part in creating a green future for the planet?
Well, so I was looking, I googled crab army because I wanted a new image again, and found a story, scientists will unleash an army of crabs to save Florida's dying reef. This is from September 27th to 2023. So we are already en masse helping the reefs come back to life after all of the heat waves and acid rain and whatnot.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That's just a little bit of news. I'll put the link in the chat. I was reading it rather than coming up with the bit.
That's really cool.
I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to eat all the humans like Amelia Earhart, but actually, I'm going to make all of the reefs good. There we go. Right.
When you said I'm going to eat all the humans like Amelia Earhart, do you mean that she actually ate as in like the way she ate humans, or like that they ate? Because I'm still not 100% sure. And no one knows.
That's the only way a woman could possibly have the strength to fly in a plane for a while.
She has to be a cannibal.
Absorb the strength of real men.
Thanks very much, Shell CEO. Green Party, what's one thing are you gonna do to play your part in creating a green future?
Can we just say it's been lovely hearing everyone's plans. I guess every little helps, doesn't it? Those with our club card will know. But I guess the one thing that we're going to be doing to play our part is an interpreted dance. That's the fit.
That is powerful.
That's for the sea. That's for the wind. That's the solar panel. Thanks.
Thanks very much. And to close off, Planet Earth, what one thing are you going to do? I'm imagining it's going to be fuck all because you don't give a shit. To play your part in creating a green future.
Well, you know, like I haven't done enough. I've been spinning for 4 billion years. Is that not enough? You know what I mean? But I was actually really moved by Charlotte's interpretive dance. So what I'm prepared to put on the table is everyone sorts the shit out. I'm going to give Britain a normal summer, like 3 months of dry, reasonably hot weather, not too hot. That's on the table if you can pull your shit together.
Very tempting. Thanks very much for that. You're all fantastic that one. I think I'm going to have to give the points to Mary's interpretation of Planet Earth, though. That was absolutely spectacular.
Yes.
So that's going to be... so it's going to be 7 points to Katie's team, but I'm also going to give Charlotte 3 points because I really liked her Green Party as well. So at the end of that round, Katie's team are on 21 points and Tom's team are on 12. But none of it matters because it's all the final round anyway. So all to play for. You don't get a prize for winning. None of this matters. Everything's fine. I'm not having a breakdown. Our final round is called Triangulating with Terrorists. This round is a cheap excuse for fast-paced gags. I'll give you all topics and you'll come up with their suggestions. And I'll give points far too generously and equally, and the results of the previous games won't matter at all, and then we can all retreat to our bedroom for our bedtime wanks. How does that sound? Cool. Also, Katie, if you, I think, you put the link in. Yeah, I'll put that in the Twitch chat now. I mean, I'll probably just make you a mod, to be honest, like so you can just post it in the future. But for now, I'll put that in the chat. Cool.
The plan is succeeding. Most cringe.
Fab. Okay, our first topic is rejected golden syrup rebrands.
Dickie Vicky's Nectar.
Disgusting.
Welsh rap group rejected for rebrand after Goldie-looking change reworking of syrup doesn't kill people, lions do.
Lyle and Tate's golden shower.
Old sugar.
You. Instead of it being golden, right, it's red. And instead of it being syrup, it's jam. It's red jam.
The only other one I wrote down was brass liquid.
Birmingham Drum and Bass Act rejects offer to become the new face of Goldie syrup.
Lyle's golden syrup for when it's not October, but you still want treacle. Lyle's golden syrup. We pretend that it's honey.
Any more for that one? Oh, that's a bit of a niche one to start with.
Lyle's golden syrup. Don't get this on your carpet.
Okay, next one. Unlikely rock lyrics.
Oh, I just thought of one final one.
Oh, go on.
Lyle's golden syrup for when you always want to feel sticky 3 days later.
That one is also an unlikely rock lyric, to be fair.
My unlikely rock lyric is, "We're sure none of us are nonces."
In a similar vein, I had, "As sure do you like dating women the sage age what I am."
I've got some of those. Oh, sorry, go on, Charlotte.
No, you go.
Okay, some of those who work forces are those who aren't institutionally racist.
I was going to say, this was my favourite one to write for. So this is probably my favourite one. So it goes like this. "Take your shoes off before you come in my house. My neighbours are really sensitive to noise."
This sounds like
I've become so fun. I love fresh air.
Go on, Ben.
No, I was just saying Charlotte sounded like a mighty bush crimp.
I've got another one.
Go on.
Okay, this one, I don't know how I want to do it. Maybe it's like, I'm so angry because my mum's really nice and I've never had to struggle and I've got nothing to say.
I've got welcome to the jungle, or what's left after it after 30 years of deforestation.
Too real, too real.
I'm still in Planet Earth mode. So.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Going off the rails on a cancelled train.
Yes.
And I guess that's why they call it the poos. Gotta go.
Is this still the golden syrup one, or are you?
I mean, it's adjacent. It's very much adjacent. Depends on how kinky you are, I suppose.
It's the final episode of Countdown.
Grady Earthlings just said, please just call me Dwayne Johnson.
The new single from Grimes. What is shoegazing?
Okay, any more for that one? I'll take that as a no. Last one, things you don't want to hear on a train.
Going off the rails.
I'd give it a minute if I were you.
This is your driver speaking. We're on these new environmental trains, so I'm tasked to make this a more authentic experience for you. Here we go. Chugga 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 chugga.
Can anyone who has expertise in diffusing bombs please make themselves known to the conductor as you pass through the carriage?
The train will be an hour and 59 minutes late, meaning you aren't entitled to the full refund you get after 2 hours.
Oh, the amount of times I've been exactly 14 minutes late, it's been fucking infuriating.
Why are you inside of me? Get out of me! Get out of me! Said Thomas.
Due to overcrowding on this train, we will be allocating a poor person to sit on the lap of each person in first class.
Love that.
Ding dong. If you're getting off at this tiny village stop, please remember that the train doesn't fit all the way onto the platform, so you will have to stop, drop and roll, because we do not give a shit about you.
Can I see your ticket, please, sir? Sir, you have just handed me a full turd.
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that, do you?
No, you're
right.
I cannot fault you for filling that brick.
I mean, okay, I gave this to a group of my kids who I teach comedy to earlier, and one of them just
outsourcing with child labour, are you?
Yeah.
Can we reopen the cancel poll?
One of them just went, "Would you like to communicate with me?" Like, so a point to Bella.
I love that. Welcome aboard Northern Rail.
Yeah. We're sure none of us are nonsense.
This train has been diverted to the Tory party conference.
That's just Manchester. That's where they do it.
If you see anything suspicious, remember to report it to the British Transport Police. See it, say it.
I had another one for that. If you see anything suspicious, stop being a little fucking grass. No one likes a snitch.
Just get stitches.
Your train will be delayed due to Tom Cruise fighting on top of it.
Oh. Listen, when you said I was going to get railed today, I didn't expect a dinner on the Scotsman.
Light refreshments will be available in the refreshment car. It's piss. It's just piss. If you order a tea, it still tastes like piss. The factors are warm. It's piss.
Welcome to Virgin Trains, you fucking loser.
Are they even still a thing? Didn't they?
No.
I can't remember.
Because everyone's a player.
Oh, I see.
How can there be a virgin when we've all been inside of one?
Hey.
Mad now. Diversity.
Okay, last chance before I do the final scores. Any more for that one?
No.
This isn't this is the thing that I enjoyed seeing on the last train journey I went on. A woman was eating salmon sushi, which I don't like to smell, but she was far enough away. And then she pulled out a bottle of wine and a full wine glass. Like, this wasn't first class, just...
Oh my god.
And she just sat back with a book and a sushi and a glass of wine. And I was like, can I go with you? But
Yeah.
Oh my god. Welcome to Trans Pennine Express. If there are any cis people on board, kill them.
hormone gels are available in the little cart.
Oh, fantastic. Right, okay, I've put the final scores in now. Before I announce them, just want to say thank you, first of all, to all of you for guesting on the stream. I had a lot of fun. And everyone for watching, and all of our Patreon supporters for giving us money every month so that we can keep on doing this weird little show that at least, like, 4 of you seem to like. Thank you so much for coming, everyone who's watching. There's been quite a few new names in the chat, actually, so thanks very much. If this is your first time, hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, we do this once, we do this particular stream once a month on the last Monday, and we also stream recordings from our live shows as well, usually a week or so after they're recorded. Yeah, if you want to support us financially, that would be really helpful. I'll pop the links in the chat. If you can't afford to, don't worry, we still appreciate having you here. So just keep being here and keep being awesome. If you want to follow us on other socials, keep up to date with our live shows. We've got one in a couple of weeks actually that you can book tickets for now. That is on. I always get the command wrong. Oh, fuck's sake. No, it's tickets plural. There's more than one. There we are. That is on the 11th of March with headliner Richard Stott. And we've got Mel Judson opening and Jill G. And I forget the other person who's also on, but he's also very good. I'm so good at admin. Tickets are available for that now. They're free to book, although we do advise that you book them because the last one did end up selling out. And yeah, if you don't book one, we can't guarantee you a place in. So, at the end of the show, Tom's team on 20 points, but this month's winners are Katie's team with 27 points.
Yay!
Brilliant. Well done, everyone. You get no prizes, that's just it. That's the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in here next on March the 25th with team captains Bobby Jones and Kirsty Summers, and guests James Ross, Kyle Bedder, Maxine Wade, and Nathan Thomas, where we'll be discussing the news events of March 2024, including Liz Truss accidentally assassinates Donald Trump by gifting him spoiled pork loins, Andy Burnham tattoos the entire city timetable onto his chest in promotion for the next phase of the B network, and an AI chatbot forces Rishi Sunak to resign due to coding error. See you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.